Hello again, YouTube. One sec. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, y'all. Look.
All right, today I want to talk about what my last 45 to 60 days have been like as a full-time creative. This is the first time I'm making a video like this, being a little bit more vulnerable with my finances, what the highs and lows have been of that, and that entails my photo and video business, and of course making these videos. And I'm still broke. But no, in all seriousness, today I want to give like 3 really big lessons I've learned over the last 2 months that I feel like any beginner creative should know and just have a grasp on before they try to enter this creative world, especially if you're trying to make a living off of it, if you're trying to turn it into a career. And not to say I'm at like some crazy high level yet. Again, I'm just a beginner, but there have been some like very eye-opening lessons for me that I feel very compelled to share. Don't mind me as I look over my notes. The first thing that I've learned is the importance of networking and knowing that you can time an opportunity, knowing when to reach out to someone, knowing when the right time and opportunity is to be like, hey, I can help you out here. I think that's very important. I say that because all of the work that I've been able to do for the past 2 months has come from me strictly cold emailing, cold outreaching, and making a couple of phone calls and being like, hey, here's what I can do for you, here's how I can help. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. I think leading with the intent to be authentic and not bullshit someone and let them know that like, hey, I'm not the best editor or videographer, photographer, but here's where you're at now, and I feel like I could take you to this level, and marketing yourself in that way appeases more to the people. And they're like, oh, okay, let's see if this can work. God damn, this coffee's so good. And the best part about all this is knowing that you can literally get paid $50, $500, $5,000, or $50,000 just based on who you know in your network. Like, it's not so much about your skill level or how good you are at this particular thing. It's more so just asking your way into an opportunity, even if it's something that you feel like it's a little bit out of your ballpark. And you may have to take that risk creatively to be like, okay, even though I feel like my skill level isn't where it should be to take on this project, I'm gonna still go ahead and do it because I'm gonna figure it out on the fly, and I'm just gonna give it my all. And at the end of the day, whatever result that you produce, if the person likes it, great. If they don't like it, then hey, no worries. You don't have to pay me for it. So that's number 1. All right, number 2, this one, I don't really think a lot of people talk about it at all. I don't really see people making videos about this or pushing the importance of this. What I like to call it is the branding within the branding. So anyone that has a business, you have a specific type of branding that you align with your business. For me, it's a photo and video business, right? So if they go on my website, they can see all my work, some of my biggest projects that I've done, all the photos that I've taken, the video work, the brands that I've worked with. That is my branding for my business. But when I say branding within the branding, it's that I make my own content too. So if someone that I want to work with, if I shoot them my Instagram, they'll click on my page and be like, oh, he posts his own content too. And I feel like a couple of the people that I've been able to work with, the reason it's gone so well is because they're like, oh, hey, you post your own work too. Like, I love the type of travel videos that you make or educational content that you make. And I feel like it lets their guard down because they're not like, oh, we're taking a shot at this guy and paying him this money to see what video he can make for us. They'll know that, you know, he does this regardless. He makes content regardless. He already has his own personal brand, so why can't he help us take ours to the next level? God damn, bro, these mosquitoes coming out in the summertime is crazy. And I'm not saying that anyone that wants to start a creative business that you have to make content yourself as well to be successful. I don't think that's true at all, but it will only help you. You don't always necessarily have to have the best portfolio to get work. If you already have videos that you make yourself, whether it's YouTube videos, whether it's short form TikTok videos, something that's just, I guess, has a good story, produced well, and can show other people that like, okay, this person takes it seriously, they're more likely to take a shot to work with you than them going on your page and it's just like a couple pictures of you with your friends and your family, or like landscape photos of places you've traveled to. It's just not as eye-opening than having your own content, focusing on your own personal brand as well. Okay, now we're gonna go into the nitty-gritty. The last and most important thing, in my opinion, is that this is a long game. This is a game that I feel like, at least me, I want to dedicate my entire life to this. I want to continue to create until the day I cannot. And if you enter the creative world thinking that it's going to be easy or that you could just figure your way out without any like proper structure or planning or thinking about the X's and O's, like it's just not like that. It's funny, I'm 60 days into this, but like the first couple weeks I thought I could just like finesse my way into working with the people that I want, and I quickly realized that you need to have a lot more structure than you think. The reason I always emphasize the long game and patience and having courage is because, for one, I truly believe in it, and number two, I feel like it's the perfect way to have success. Because if you just don't give up and if you keep going and you keep trying new things, you keep pivoting and adapting your style, your content, whatever it may be, you're bound to succeed at some point. And of course, success looks different for everybody. Like over the last 2 months, my first ever paid gig was April 28th. And today is June 10th, right? I think the total amount of money that I've made from all of my creative work over the last like 45 days, like I'll pop it up on the screen here, but I believe it's around like 5,500, 6,000, which is not crazy, but it's not bad for someone that's just starting out. My intent behind this video is not to be like, oh my gosh, like look at all this money that I've made. No, it's more so like, it's possible. It's possible to be paid to make videos and take photos. And although $5,500 or $6,000 may not seem like a lot of money to a lot of people, it is for me, because it has always been a dream of mine to just like make some sort of living with the creative work that I do. My next door neighbor just came out and sat next to me. I'm kind of scared to continue. Yeah, I feel like those are the 3 biggest lessons that I've learned. And the longer I'm in this game, the more I'll continue to, change, evolve, adapt my content. I feel like my relationships will continue to evolve as well. But I just hope this is helpful for someone that just wants to take the leap, because literally 2 months ago, I had no idea where I wanted to start, because I tried for 3 months to get a job in tech again. But I was like, you know what? I really obviously love this creative work, so let me just dive into it. Yeah, we're only at the start and at the beginning of where all of this can lead me. I feel like it's only right to continue to share this personal journey of mine on my YouTube channel, just in case someone watches and can be inspired to start their own creative business for themselves. So I'll end you guys off with this. Don't forget to shoot your shot, whether it's starting a business or at a girl, because both are valid. Not being afraid to shoot a cold email, shoot a cold DM, pick up the phone and start talking with businesses and people, and learning to just like fail forward. Because I worked in sales for 2.5 years, and the thing that I'm kind of just like numb to is people saying no to me and getting rejected left and right. I feel like that's been my catalyst in this creative world, because I'm not afraid for people to tell me no. So if you tell me no, it's cool. I'll just go move on and find the next person. Learning to fail forward, shooting your shot, and knowing when the right time is to reach out to someone. I cannot emphasize that enough. Like, you can't just go over to Apple and shoot them a DM being like, hey, I wanna show you my work. Like, can we work together? Like, maybe take a step back, be like, okay, what is Apple doing terribly in their marketing or in their ad space on TikTok, Instagram, TV ads? Okay, this is what they're doing wrong. Let me go make a spec ad. If you guys don't know what a spec ad is pretty much a piece that you fund yourself, that you create for yourself, that can fit within something that Apple puts out there. So it's like creating an ad for Apple, but just like not getting paid for it. Maybe you don't reach out to Apple directly. Maybe you find like their head of marketing or their CMO, chief marketing officer, on like LinkedIn, find their email, be like, hey, here's something that I made for the Apple marketing space. If it's something that you guys like and you want to talk more, then here's my number, here's my email, maybe we can chat. And just doing that repeatedly. Fortunately, I haven't had to do anything like that to work with some of the people and brands that I've been able to, but a spec piece is something that I'm definitely thinking a lot about. Maybe I'll tease a little bit of it for you guys. I want to make a spec ad / commercial for Jaguar, like the car. My buddy owns a Jaguar F-Type, and I might be able to lock him in for a day and shoot it. Sorry, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but figure out a way to just make yourself presentable, and you have to do the work yourself before you can like present yourself to someone. Don't be afraid to start posting content yourself, whether it's just day in the life videos, talking about things that you've learned in, I don't know, whether it's like your finance career, your marketing career, what it's like to be a doctor and this journey of med school. It could be literally anything. And last but certainly not least, just please be patient. Please tell yourself that in 10 years and 5 years and 1 year, you'll look back at the things that you're doing today and being like, holy fuck, that was terrible. And it'll only get better as you go forward. It's funny because one of the things that I do to like comfort myself when I'm getting like this imposter syndrome of like, God damn, my work sucks, like this shit is horrible, I'll just go to like the YouTube pages or Instagram pages of some of my favorite creators and artists and directors, and I'll just scroll all the way down to when their first video came out and what it was like. And I'm like, God damn, they started literally from the bottom, and seeing where they're at now, like 10 years later, 15 years later, it's like, I'll be fine, I'll be okay. So that concludes what the past 45 to 60 days have been like for me as a full-time creative. If you guys like this video, or if you want to see more of this journey that I'm on and want me to talk more about it, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And like always, my friends, much love, take care, peace.